Good morning, my busy bees. You are now listening to the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I am your host, Lara Ziccardi, and we have a great show for you planned today. But before we get into that great show, I have so many lovely people in studio today, and we're fun and festive with our Halloween spirit. I have my co-host Amanda Gaudiosi, our segment host Nicole Pissarro, our newscaster Angela Guerrero, and our sportscaster Ben, my brain doesn't work. I'm sorry. We have Ben Tomaszewski. We're going to be talking about a lot of interesting things today. Just a fair warning, we're going to get political real early, so I'm very excited. We're going to be talking about the Supreme Court. We're going to be talking about what else? Ukraine. We're also going to be talking about how schools during COVID really set kids back, and I'm especially excited to talk about this one because
Anyway,
I'm personally
we're going to be
excited
moving on to our top story
hear
for
about your personal
today.
experiences. And boy, oh boy, was I excited writing this one, ladies and gents and peeps. Justice Amy Coney Barrett denies attempt to block Biden's student loan forgiveness plan from taking effect. Supreme Court Amy Coney Barrett rejected a challenge to the Biden administration's student loan forgiveness program, declining to take up an appeal brought by a Wisconsin taxpayers group. The order is to win for President Joe Biden for now, though there are other challenges in the pipeline making their way up to the higher court. Student loan cancellations worth up to $20,000 per eligible borrower could begin Sunday. According to CNN, the appeal at issue was considered an uphill battle because lower courts had ruled that group, the Brown County Taxpayers Association, did not have the legal right or standing to bring this challenge. Under normal circumstances, taxpayers don't have a general right to sue the government over how it uses taxpayer funds. Barrett acted alone because she has jurisdiction over the lower court that ruled on the case. She declined to refer to the matter to the full court. Her denial appeared as a single sentence on the court's docket. Let me just say, LOL. I am sorry, but how much of a fool are you? Like, okay, imagine saying, hey, you can't have your loan forgiveness. You have to pay them right now. You don't.
Right.
If you don't want to, but I am sorry. How selfish are you?
That's what I'm thinking. It's actually laughable. Like the fact that you are so bothered for people just trying to get loan forgiveness. I mean, college is expensive. And $20,000, granted, that is awesome for some people. That doesn't even cover a quarter of my loans. So it's like, why are you trying to take that away from us? Let us have one thing, please.
Amy, if you're listening, which you're probably not, but if you are, how dare you?
Right?
Because as a college radio station, you know, I enjoy being here. I enjoy working the station. I enjoy going to college, but it's not cheap.
No.
And I'm not one of those kids. I'm not one of those kids that's fortunate enough to have like a scholarship because I'm not good at school. But again, thankful to be here. But I'm here on loaners' money and my parents' money and my money. But again, not everyone has the privilege to get a full ride or to get mostly scholarships for school. And I think this is so selfish of her. I'm sorry. Here, okay, we're gonna bring it back. I'm sorry. I'm really angry about this.
No, I mean,
passionate about it.
Yeah, it's more not angry. It's
like
more
the passion.
Yeah,
I agree. I mean, it's frustrating. To be fair, I have private loans, so I can't even qualify for the loan forgiveness, sadly. And I'm paying for college all by myself after this, so we'll see what happens. But I'm still all for people getting loan forgiveness. I mean, just because I can't get it doesn't mean I wouldn't want other people to, have some loan forgiveness, especially because college is expensive. And right after college, it's not guaranteed you're going to get a job right away. Like people, you have to work for that. So I don't understand why it's such a big deal. But.
No, 100. I agree with you on that. I mean, I'm on scholarship, and I'm very blessed and grateful to say that. But come on, like everybody needs help. You shouldn't be upset just because come on, you're helping kids out,
right?
College is, like Lara said, it's I think expensive is an understatement because it's a little bit more.
Sorry guys, I gotta sell a limb to pay off my loans.
Like, literally, it's hard. It's really heartbreaking, It's just crazy how what this is coming to at this point.
I would also like to bring it back to how the story said, quote, Barrett acted alone because she had jurisdiction over the lower court that ruled on the case. Like, okay, I know we're not getting to this segment later, but am I in the wrong for wanting to cancel student loan forgiveness? Yes, Amy, you are in the wrong. You're canceled. I need an apology video, please.
Right.
Thank
We
you.
need an apology YouTube video. Yes.
That's so funny though. Like she's the only one. Like
That's embarrassing.
no one's
Sorry.
with this.
That's so embarrassing. They're like,
Yikes.
honestly, she's probably like the crazy one on the Supreme Court because everyone's like, yeah, okay, Amy, whatever. Also, would like to emphasize that this is just our commentary, and it does not reflect WMSC, does not reflect Montclair State University. Just reflects our own opinions because we are the political buzz. Fun.
Yeah.
But I would also like to bring it back to the pro-life thingamabob, the debate, because if she's so pro-life of her and wants to have, and she really cares about the kids, wouldn't she want them to have a good education and a good life? No.
That part.
Here we are today. Amy, I'm calling you out. Consider yourself called out. You're canceled. Moving on to another story. We have a national story for you guys. And this is the one that I'm really excited to hear what you guys think, but we're going to get to the facts first. So online school put US kids behind, well, at least some of them. And some parents have some regrets about that. Students around the country are still recovering from the impact of the 2020 lockdowns. According to AP News, Vivian Carbo thought her daughter's Boston school district was doing the right thing when officials kept classrooms closed for most students for more than a year. Vivian, a caregiver for hospice patients, did not want to risk them getting COVID-19, and extending pandemic school closures throughout the spring of 2021 is what many in her community said was best to keep kids and adults safe. But her daughter became depressed and stopped doing schoolwork or even paying attention to online classes. The former honor roll student failed nearly all of her 8th grade courses. Vivian, whose daughter is now in 10th grade, said, quote, "She is behind. It didn't work at all. Knowing what I know now, I would say they should have put them in school. Primarily test scores around the country confirm what Vivian has witnessed. The longer many students studied remotely, the less they learned. Some educators and parents are questioning decisions in the cities from Boston to Chicago to LA to remain online long after clear evidence emerged that schools weren't COVID-19 super spreaders and months after life-saving adult vaccines became widely available. There are fears for the future of students who didn't catch up. They run the risk of never learning to read, long to persecute or of dropping out of school. They might never master simple algebra. I mean, I've never mastered simple algebra, but anyway. Putting science and tech fields out of reach. The pandemic decline in college attendance should continue to accelerate, crippling the U.S. economy.
Wow.
Listen, COVID, it was hard. And even me as a college student, I was a sophomore in college at the time. Listen, if I have to be honest, doing school online, I was looking up the answers. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had everything on my fingertips. I was looking at the answers. I wasn't reading as much as I should, paying attention as much as I should. And I could only imagine what the kids are doing, in elementary school and high school. It's like they're not going to want to do, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, 100%.
It's hard. I actually work at a summer camp, and throughout the year, they do like some outdoor education programs and whatnot. And during the time of COVID, they had a Zoom program where the kids would go and we would help them access their Zoom classes and help them with homework and whatnot. And yeah, it was a really good thing for them, to get some like social interaction and stuff. But it was already a year after the pandemic. And when I tell you, I was shocked. I had some 8 and 9-year-olds who just could not do simple math. Did not know 6 plus 5. I was.
It's 11.
Yeah. Good.
Simple algebra.
Yeah. But it was sad, and it does make me scared. I think school is really beneficial, and it is important for kids, especially that young, to be able to learn simple things like that, because they really didn't know simple math, and it was shocking.
And the fact that it went from her being an honor roll student to nearly failing all of her classes. That's the gap there is just insane. And they said that she became depressed and stopped doing schoolwork, which I definitely can understand, because not having that in-person interaction, you don't retain as much. You can't see your friends. So it's not,
For sure.
it really isn't the same as being in person.
I'm gonna go off of what Amanda is saying about like the little kids. I also worked at a summer camp over the summer, and when I tell you the second graders to about the fifth graders, they do not know how to interact with each other.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
awful. Like they lost, like, you know, when you're little, you're in kindergarten, you're first grade, second grade, whatever, you're still learning how to interact with each other. And honestly, you always learn how to interact with people. Even to this day, I'm still learning how to interact with people. And they didn't get that. And now they don't know how to interact with each other. And it's honestly scary.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely 100%. I mean, also too, even with, I know even in high school, like I was class of 2020. I was a senior.
As was I.
And let me tell you, seriously, it changed, because coming into college, like my sophomore year, which I consider my freshman year because it was the first time we were on campus, you know, like I came on campus and honestly, I would be like nervous, like you get like anxious, like how do you forget like how to talk to people. I think like we all felt that way. But like in regards to academics, I mean, a kid that doesn't know simple math, like Amanda said, that's really concerning. It really is. I mean, I think it just goes to show like we really can't take coming to school for granted, coming in person. Like there's so much that goes into it. There's so many different aspects of it, you know, and I mean, there's not right now. The best thing we can do is just try and figure out how to fix this, because this is obviously like a first time thing. It was a very big impact in so many different areas. But I feel like we have to come together as a nation and as a country and figure out how to fix this, because the educational system, I mean, it's not looking too hot right now with all this going on. I
know. My heart literally breaks for some of these kids that don't know how to do math, how to read, and how to interact with each other, because I don't know, when I was a kid, I actually like, I don't know if I liked school. I didn't like doing the work, but I liked seeing my friends and interacting with people and sometimes learning new things. So I really feel bad that these kids didn't get that. But Kendra, I think COVID hit us at a great time, even though we didn't get prom, we didn't get graduation.
I agree.
We were seniors in high school, so we're out the door ready to go to college. So we're like, whatever.
Yeah.
And we kind of know everything already. Like, for example, my high school, I went to big technical vocational school. Woo! I studied video production and I actually work there still. So, what was I gonna say? So we hire students like their senior year to go work, and I feel so bad because these kids don't know anything.
Yeah,
I feel so bad.
You know, we're learning everything from a computer. We're self-taught, and it is a struggle. I mean, I was already a sophomore in college at this point, so I already had. I mean, I went to community college, but, you know, I had to go there every day. I made a couple friends, you know, I had professors. I already had a little bit of that college vibe. I knew how to interact in college and whatnot. But, you know, going online was such a switch. I mean, I, you know, had motivation. And when COVID hit, there was no motivation at all. I mean, I would look everything up online. I had something to do. Okay, I guess I'll just do it right before. Like, it didn't really matter to me. Whereas, you know, before COVID and now after, again, now that I'm back, you know, I care more. But it's like, you know, during COVID, no one cared. And a lot of people, I feel like, will still hold on to that mentality of not caring about their academics because of COVID, you know. Totally. Everything's online, I could just look it up, and you don't have to learn anything.
What are you gonna do? Open heart surgery and look the answers up? That's concerning.
That's bad.
But yeah,
no, like I was a junior when COVID hit, and
like baby.
Yeah, I was a little baby, but I was a junior when it happened, and like before I was not a procrastinator, very motivated. And when COVID hit, I was like, no, like it just changed. Like it was just so depressing because like you couldn't see your friends, you couldn't have social interaction. And like my grades like did go down because I wasn't focused. Like I took 2 AP classes and I failed both of those tests because like I didn't learn anything. Like, first of all, like I feel like teachers did not teach like how they taught in person.
Oh yeah, I mean they didn't know anything at the time either.
Like,
we were thrown.
Everyone was uncertain.
Yeah, we were thrown into this Zoom and world.
If I was struggling with it, it was like the younger kids must be
Oh my
like
God.
insane.
Oh yeah, with all this
Yeah.
basic stuff that they need for
Yeah.
their future.
And even like social interaction, like what you were saying before with like going back, like when you came out of it, like when I went, because senior year, that's when we went back in person, and I
Mhm.
went back and I was like, oh my gosh, like it was so anxious. Like it was
Yeah.
like, how do I interact with people?
Yeah, it's like you have no idea where this
Yeah.
where this came from. Like,
Mhm.
since when am I nervous? Like,
Yeah.
since when?
But I genuinely hope that these kids can catch up, and I know like you can't make up for that lost time, but I hope that they can improve. But we're going to take a short break here on the Morning Buzz. Welcome back on the Morning Buzz. You just listened to a little bit of Snow on the Beach by Taylor Swift. And for those of you who don't know, her new album came out it came out today at midnight, and it is called Midnights. And I was really lucky to be one of the first people to play it on air. So we're going to continue on with our stories. And Amanda, I'm sorry, I've had you read 3 stories in a row.
Oh no, you're good. All
I
right.
just love hearing your beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. So, Montclair Film Festival 2022. What to expect at this popular event? A beloved Montclair tradition is returning for another year of films, fun, and festivities this weekend. The 11th annual Montclair Film Festival will kick off today, Friday, October 21st, and will run to Sunday, October 30th. It will include a wide variety of movies, events, and screenings, including an evening with Daniel Craig and Stephen Colbert, which will take place at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center in Newark on Friday, October 28th. The festival is presented by Montclair Film, a nonprofit with an advisory board that includes household names such as J.J. Abrams, Laura Linney, Patrick Wilson, and Jon Stewart.
Shout out to our friends at
Wow.
Montclair Film. I don't know if any of you are going. Are any of you guys going?
No.
Okay.
not going.
Okay. I would love to go one of these days. I just I'm so busy in October for some reason.
Right.
But oh my gosh, my friends at Montclair Film, you guys are doing amazing,
moving
and
on
we're
to our
excited to report about
segment.
everything that
Yes, we
that
got
has
some
happened.
we got
over
some
the
like
next
insane
week.
news this week for entertainment. So let's start off with Lana Del Rey admits she was recently robbed. Or according to Pitchfork News, Lana Del Rey posted on her Instagram Live saying that a laptop, 3 video cameras, and multiple hard drives were stolen from her car. Due to this robbery, many of her unfinished songs have been leaked, and a 200-page manuscript for her upcoming book has been lost. She kindly asks her fans not to go searching for these leaked songs and says she put so much work into that book.
Lana.
I feel so bad for her.
I love her so much.
We love you, Lana, and we
Can't
hope
believe that
you're
happened.
okay.
Yeah, we hope
Yeah.
you're all good, girl. Yeah, I have never understood like when artists get their songs leaked.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's a lie. I'm actually a bit of a hypocrite, but I never listened to artist leaks. Like Midnight's was leaked. Taylor's album, I didn't listen. Harry's House was leaked. I
Just, like,
didn't
you spoil it for
listen.
yourself. Like, I don't do
Exactly. And
that.
then
Yeah.
they're not getting the money from it and all their hard
Mhm.
work that they put into the album. Like I feel like it would be wasted. But Ariana Grande's album Positions, I did listen to the leak because I
Yeah.
could not wait. That was like, okay, I'm gonna listen. But every other album, sorry girl, sorry Ari, but every other album, I feel like respect the artist. Lana's saying don't listen. So if you're a true fan, which I am a true Lana fan, I will not be listening. I will not be listening.
Period.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever listened to a leaked song. I don't think I have.
Maybe
because-
unreleased songs though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
But I'm trying to think. I know 21 Pilots, I think, leaked their own stuff.
Oh, I think That's
That's on brand.
I mean, yeah.
I like when people accidentally leak their own things. Like that's so funny.
They'll sing it on a live or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
The-
yeah.
the new Panic album, I think, was leaked as well. Don't
Wow.
quote me on that, but I think it was leaked.
Oh.
Really.
I mean, it wasn't that great
Oh,
anyway.
Oh my god.
yeah, I heard not a lot of people liked it.
There's like one good song. It's funny because I was listening to it with my friends, and I was like, "Oh, the song sounds really good so far." It was just the instrumental at that point, and then he opened his mouth and started singing, and I'm like, "Never mind,
Hey,
I'm sorry."
I retract that statement. But yeah, I actually saw. I don't know if this is who you were talking about, but I know Madison Beer did that.
Yeah,
It
she
was
did
so
that.
funny. She was singing
This
on an
girl.
Instagram live, and then she was like, "Oop."
She was literally doing her makeup and she's like, oh, what did I just do?
Yeah, she literally stopped. It was so funny.
It sounded like a goddess, as always.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
Huge Madison Beer stan, but
Me
like,
too.
I was like, girl, what'd you do? No, Ari's. I want to say it's unreleased, not leaked. I don't know. Have you heard Jada?
I feel like
Listen,
I have.
I don't know why Ari did not put that song on her album.
Oh, she stayed doing that. I can't with her. She all her best songs, she never puts on the albums.
I listened to Jada and I was like, I am Ari. Like, I'm like looking in the mirror, like, oh my gosh, like I've become a new person. There's something in that song. I'm telling you.
I need a whistle note.
Not for me.
I feel like I kind of just hit that and like no one heard it because it was so no.
And
My throat like hurts. I should not.
Lara, can we get an Ari?
Normally she could hit it, but
Yeah.
Can we? Yeah.
that's all I have to do.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Right. No, but not only does Ari have good songs that are unreleased, but speaking of Miss Lana Del Rey, I am obsessed with all of her unreleased songs. So I have to listen to them on podcasts. And I'm like, girl, come on, release these, please. Literally. If you want, of course. Like, you don't have to, but girl.
But yeah, do we have more news?
Yes, we do. Let's continue. So Matthew Perry speaks on his struggle with addiction. According to CNN Entertainment, Matthew Perry wrote a memoir called Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, which explains his life battle with addiction. He says he is now safely sober and ready to talk about it. Perry explains in his book that he almost died when he was 49 because his colon burst from opioid overuse. As a result of this, he has to spend 5 months in the hospital and was in a coma for 2 weeks. He also explains that during his time on the popular series Friends, his castmates were always there for him and helped him through those tough times.
True, real friends right there.
Yeah.
Literally.
Shout out to Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Matthew Perry, also proud of him for opening up about this because this is not an easy thing to do. But it's time to talk about Friends. What do we think about Friends?
I still have to watch it.
I love Friends.
I love Friends.
I still watch it.
I've only seen a couple episodes.
I saw one episode and like fell in love with it, but I just haven't taken the time out to actually watch it, honestly.
It's a time commitment.
It looks like it is, but it looks like it's so worth it. You see the clips all over TikTok and it's like, it's just like why wouldn't you want to watch it?
Yeah.
I have to take the time out to watch it for sure.
I have watched it and I have been told I am the Phoebe of the group.
Oh,
which makes so much
smelly
sense.
cat. That I know.
Here we go. Reggie's.
She's wearing cat ears.
This is lore, you guys. Smelly cat. Smelly cat. That's all I know. Because I haven't watched it in so long.
That's great.
That's
You didn't know the whole song?
Can I get a what?
From Joey. How you doing?
Oh, his pickup line.
How you doing?
Damn.
But cool. Yeah, Friends is a classic. You know, you kind of can't be mad at like classic 90s sitcoms, you know.
Oh yeah, it's just a good feel good show, you know.
Totally. Nicole, do we have more news?
Yes, let's continue.
Yay.
So Emma Watson addresses her true relationship with Tom Felton. According to NBC New York, Emma Watson and her Harry Potter co-star have been receiving rumors that they were in a romantic relationship for years. In Felton's new memoir, Beyond the Wand, the Magic and Mayhem of Growing Up a Wizard, Emma writes how her and Tom have such a special bond where she admits that they are soulmates. She addresses that she had a crush on Tom in the early years of the franchise. However, they have such a strong love for each other as friends and nothing more. I think that is so cute. That's a cute, lovable friendship right there.
I saw that on TikTok last night. And
Mhm.
oh my gosh. Oh my God. I can't with them.
Have they ever like been in a relationship, or has it always been just like a
I think
flirty
it's-
friendship?
Yeah. 'Cause I know
Mm.
she had a crush on him in the beginning, but I don't know. I don't
They're
know his side.
I think they're just really good platonic soulmates.
Yeah, like the platonic love for each other, you know?
Mm.
There's always that one person where you're like, oh my God, you're my soulmate, but it's so platonic.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. But oh my gosh, no, when I was watching that TikTok, it like the things he was writing about her were like the sweetest things. And I was
Really?
like, oh my God.
That's so sweet.
Like, honestly, I think he had pictures in there as well. And just the pictures of them growing up and filming the Harry Potter series was like, oh my God, you guys are so like
How
sweet. But anyway, back to Harry Potter talk. What Hogwarts house are you guys?
Oh, we did this last week. I'm
We're doing it again.
I know.
We're
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff. Yes.
Take that quiz.
Yes.
I want to know.
Okay, I feel like you're a
Mm.
Ravenclaw.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like
Definitely
you're a
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
Blue.
Blue.
Mm.
I'll do that.
Not Angela going, what
color is it? I know the colors, but I don't know the name.
Honestly, okay, when I first got into the series, I was a Gryffindor, but then I took it again and I got to high school. I was like, took it again, I got Ravenclaw. I'm like, okay, I'm a Ravenclaw. I've been a Ravenclaw for a while. But I took it recently and I got Gryffindor, so I think I'm just back to Gryffindor. So yeah.
I'm a Gryffindor. I want to be a Hufflepuff. So I said I want to be a Griffin Puff.
As you
We
should
love
be.
it.
Love that.
I'm definitely a Gryffindor, so it is.
Griffin Claw, Griffin Puff.
Oh,
Puff.
tell
So
me to
funny.
stop doing impressions. Gryffindor. I wanna
See, if
have-
only I watched Harry Potter so I could know what impression
have
that
to.
is.
Oh, that's the Sorting Hat.
Oh, really? He talks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hat talks. The hat be speaking.
Once I make my move, you're free to check the king. Run now.
That's the hat?
What is it? He's going to sacrifice himself. No, you can't. There must be another way. Do you want to stop Snape from getting that stone or not? Harry, it's you that has to go on. I know it. Not me. Not Hermione. You.
Is this like word for word dialogue?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay,
This is
Lara needs
canon.
her Oscar right now. The Academy Awards, come here.
For those who are not watching on Facebook, I just took a bow. So thank you, lovely people in the studio. Oh my gosh, stop it.
Lara,
Stop
you
it.
need an impression show, like
You seriously
impressions of
do.
Lara, like that. That would be a hit show.
Oh my god, I love
Yeah.
that title.
I'll think about it. But Nicole, do we have any more
Yes,
news?
we have one more news story. So Christina Aguilera gives her new music video a modern update. According to Billboard News, Christina Aguilera celebrated the 20th anniversary of her second album by releasing a new music video for the song Beautiful. The new music video gives a powerful message to young kids and teens dealing with the negative influence of social media. On Twitter, she wrote, "It still carries an important message to remember our core values outside of what's being fed to us, to find a sense of balance and accept ourselves for who we are."
Love that. That's
Cute.
I watched it. It was so nice. It was
Was
so
it?
it was so cute. It was like they were like kids, but like on their phones because it was like the new day and age of like the media and then like showing that like you're beautiful. You know, it was touching.
that song will always be a perfect staple when it comes to influence of like, you know, society standards. Always will. I mean, that was like back in the 2000s and we did not have that technology, and even today
yeah.
it's still, I think it still makes a huge impact. So props to Christina Aguilera.
I
Love
just
that.
can't believe that song came out 20 years ago.
Oh my gosh, don't say that.
How
What?
weird.
Oh my god, 20 years ago.
I used to
Ouch.
listen to that song all the time when I was a kid.
No.
So
20 years. Oh my god, I'm old.
I am
feel like a
beautiful.
We need a Christina Aguilera impression.
No, I can't keep doing these.
Every time we mention a celebrity, Lara impression.
Lara, do it. No. I used to listen to Christina. That song was my jam.
Yeah, for sure. I love
Yeah.
that song. That was awesome.
Uplifting. It's motivating. It's just
it is.
you know
She's a beautiful.
inspirational song.
That's not like go-to karaoke song. Like, you know, at a school talent show,
Yes.
someone's gonna be singing that song.
I sang that at a school talent show. Yes, I sang that at my middle school talent show in 8th grade.
I'm telling you, that is like the classic, like, girl in 8th grade. Like, I'm gonna sing this for the talent show. No,
No, whenever I think of Beautiful by Christina Aguilera, I think of the talent show in Mean Girls when Damien is singing Beautiful.
Oh my
By
gosh,
Christina
yes.
Aguilera.
He does it too. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Popular karaoke talent show song.
It is
we
better
do-
than what I did.
We do have a karaoke show here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. It's called Happy Hour. It airs Thursdays at 2 to 3, but we won't be having it next week. We'll be having it the following week. So
You guys
that's fun
should
and
do
funky.
Beautiful. Like
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera.
I have to ask my other half, which is Emil. Shout out to our Wesley music librarian. You guys. So you know when you're just minding your own business. Also, welcome back to the Morning Buzz. You know when you're minding your business, you're walking, you're doing your thing, whatever, and you got somewhere to be, and you see someone you know, and they just don't stop talking to you, because that's what happened to me.
Oh, if they're listening right now.
Mm,
Oh,
probably
Oh?
not.
oh,
Probably not. In a class.
Mm.
Anyway, welcome back on the Morning Buzz. And love you, friend. Shout out to you. But you guys, this next story has me so shooketh.
Same girl.
I haven't used that word since like 2017.
Shooketh to the
Yeah.
chorus.
Took it to the court.
You're done.
Stop, literally. All right.
You're done.
Let's talk about it. So eBay bans Jeffrey Dahmer costumes after listings surge due to Netflix Monster. Listing for Jeffrey Dahmer's costume on ebay.com are being pulled this Halloween season. BuzzFeed News confirms that the website has put a ban on Dahmer costumes because they violate its policy on violent criminals. A surge of listings for Dahmer-related costumes hit the website in the aftermath of Ryan Murphy's blockbuster Netflix series Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, starring Evan Peters. Variety has reached out to eBay representatives for further comment. Interest in Dahmer has skyrocketed because of Netflix Monster, which now trails only Stranger Things 4 as the streamer's most watched English language original series. The series has earned well over 700 million hours viewed since launching September 21st. One Dahmer-related costume on eBay that was removed directly related to the Netflix series, as it was a mask of actor Evan Peters in character as Dahmer. We're not going to get into the details about what crimes have been committed, but Dahmer, but here on the Morning Buzz, we can confirm that they are awful.
Yeah, no need to get into detail, but
Yeah.
I just want to know. Okay, I'm gonna say a few things about my opinions. Okay, I don't understand why true crime is so, like, I don't understand the hype about true crime. Like, I genuinely don't understand it. And is it done well? Sure. But do I also think it's overrated? Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's like, I feel like the reason why these things come out into in the entertainment industry, like, I think it's mostly just to spread awareness because like this is reality. This is the world that we live in. There are people out there who are crazy. But like, come on, a Halloween costume. Like, I can understand Michael Myers. Like, it's a fictional character, but we're talking about something that is, again, we're not going to get into details on what happened, but this is like a serious issue. You know, there are families and friends and loved ones out there who were affected by these issues in the past. I don't think it's appropriate to have it as a Halloween costume. It's really not. It's a real story. It's very sad, and it shouldn't be done with Jeffrey Dahmer. Should not be done with any criminal. We should not be romanticizing and like,
yes,
you know, like celebrating these things, because Halloween is a celebration, you know, for fictional things, not real issues like this.
Like, I know you girlies are in love with Evan Peters, as was I at one point, but if you want to be in love with Evan Peters, I would recommend going to American Horror Story.
Thank you.
Season 1.
Definitely season 1, and going off of fiction, not true crime.
I 100% agree.
I have to agree with you, Kangela. I think that, I mean, I do like true crime. I can't lie. I do like watching things like that just because I am a horror movie fan. Now, do I glorify and romanticize serial killers? Absolutely not. I think that's when it becomes weird. I mean, I could watch true crime and, you know, be fascinated and learn about the things, but the second someone is like, but I love them, and like it's like, it's too much.
It's not cute.
It gets to the point where maybe you should be concerned for that person. Like,
exactly.
You have to. Do I have to consider you mentally ill for romanticize? Like, even like TikTok edits about not about Evan Peters, about Jeffrey Dahmer.
I know. I agree. I find that to be so strange. I think another thing though that has to be done, I feel like there's a lot of shows about the person rather than the victims, and I feel like the victims, again, with the families and friends, you know, respect how they feel about it. I know a lot of these people are probably very upset that this is coming to light again, and there's a new show and there's more hype about it, especially when people just want to put this to rest and not have to relive this traumatic event.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Definitely focusing on the victims and again, spreading awareness about these issues, because listen, these things happen, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah. You Jeffrey Dahmer stands, you're canceled.
Weirdos.
Yeah.
You are canceled. And I'm not just saying that to be funny this time. You are canceled. And this has been the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I hope you visitors find a nice, relaxing weekend. Hope you guys have a great day and enjoy this beautiful